What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Donkey Kong Country. Yes, if you read the title, yes. Yeah. We'll get to the context later on why. But if you haven't, don't read it right now. Don't read it right. If you just read it just now, you're okay. Whatever. Anyways, the reason why I want Creme Croc Industries Inc. And then we're at Oil Drum Alley. So before we even get into the nitty gritty or anything with this episode, listen to this soundtrack. This soundtrack, I don't know what Nintendo back then was thinking, but they cooked with this soundtrack specifically, in my opinion. They really did. Like the build-ups is like kind of a little slow, but like just listen to it. Just listen to it. Yeah, too late. Okay. Well, anyways, I think at some point I'll let you listen to it again, but for right now, I've heard and saw not the entirety, I guess, but I saw what happened in certain Twitch streamers stream yesterday. I'll just say his name, Asmongold. And I saw that he was going to play, he announced at some point that he was going to play, Star Fox. And I thought to myself, he's a PC gamer. Does he actually know? Like, how do we tell him that he may not be able to play this game? Unless he's playing it on the Switch too. Like, just a FYI, you know? And so no hate to him or anything like that. This is not a video to make fun of him. Although maybe I might tease a couple jokes, but not in a way where I'm trying to insult him or anything. It's just like I understand where he's coming from in a way, because the dude took a whole hour just to set up for the Switch 2, just for more complications to like show up, just to be able to play a freaking game. Okay. Do you know how frustrating that's gotta be? Like when I first set it up for what was it? When I first set it up for my YouTube channel for Super Mario Sunshine, there were a lot of complications on me setting it up for my PC. Because my PC is very old, I wasn't able to continue it onto my PC. So I had to alternate to my laptop. I'm doing all of this on a laptop, by the way. I'm doing all the gaming and everything, OBS, running all the video edits on a laptop, okay? I know, I should probably invest into a PC, I know, but money's tight right now, so that's kind of why I'm not investing into it right now. But, speaking of which, I'll speak about the terms later, but right now, I'm speaking about the Asmongold, right? So, anyways, yeah, so the dude spends a whole hour trying to set up everything. Me being in the chat would want to help, but I also don't want to spam, because I'm like, you know what? He'll figure it out, hopefully. And he was under pressure, and I was like, I part of me just wanted to like figure out the. Okay, bro. All right, stop vibing to the music. I get it. It's a good song. All right. Now that we fully listened to the song already, in a way. Anyways, back to reality. For a second there. Actually, we don't want to. Whatever. So he's trying to do the setup and everything, figure everything out, and it's kind of like, what do we do here? And it's like we got all the haters like complaining as usual, like, oh, why doesn't he just do this or blah blah blah, or why doesn't he do that, blah blah blah. And then they're all like, you know, attacking them and whatnot, because you gotta have the haters. Also, I don't know what's with the hitbox there, but I guess you can't stand on a platform while enemies underneath you, because that would technically count as an attack for some reason. I don't know what the cause of that is, but I don't know. that happens a lot more often than you think. I don't know, for some stupid reason it does. But needless to say, with like what happened so what happened on stream, basically to a point, I keep saying a lot, I'm sorry, but with what happened on stream, I felt so bad. Like, part of me was just like, yo, I think this is a wrap. And then, like, with all the problems that he had, like, currently, he, like, I'm pretty sure he didn't want to speak about all the problems that he had on stream, which I'm not going to disclose what exactly. The real ones that were there to see what happened, alright? And probably shouldn't be repeated, because he was probably at a point where he was, like, just kind of, like, past the point of anger. Or at least, like, I don't know. Very rarely do people get to that point where you're past the point of anger, because when you're past the point of anger, you're just like in a whatever kind of mood. I've explained this before, and I'm not going to explain it too further on again. Like, but it's just the point where you just don't give a frick about anything, because why bother? Like, there's no point on it's just wasting your energy on something that, you know, you don't really need to waste your energy on. So why, like, literally, why bother? So at that point, you just might as well, like, you know, continue, move on and do your own thing, or do whatever you need to do. So he gets to the Switch portion, right? And then he gets to the account. I'm surprised I didn't get burned there, but we're gonna go with that. So, the thing is, like, he gets to the point with, like, the Switch, like, you know, just purchasing the game, and he had technical difficulties with that, too, and I do not blame him. Nintendo sucks for that. I am sorry, buddy, like, that you had to deal with that, because there were some complications with his account, and then, on top of that, like, oh, well, your main account's on the Switch 1, technically. I'm like, who gives a flip? Like, I just want to play the game. Like, let the guy play this freaking game. Like, he just purchased it. And then, like, at some point, he purchased the game. Like, that went through, but, like, the authentication of, like, the account or something, like it wasn't trusted, so, like, he couldn't play the game, so it didn't download. But it successfully was purchased, which I don't know how that made any sense. That really made no sense, actually. It was stupid. So, I don't know exactly where Nintendo lies on that, but that was just, like, I don't know. I really couldn't explain that part. I could explain about the monitor part, where he wanted to see the game on his monitor, which is absolutely explainable, because when it comes to, like, what the flip did I do? What did I do? What did I do there? I forgot what I did there. Trick track. I forgot what it said. Oops. So, but anyways, back to the topic at hand, because I don't want to talk about it too long. And anyways, the problem with the Switch too is, like, there's so many complications that's like making the players' lives more difficult than it is actually for the actual, like, the seller of the franchise. And, you know, in a way, it makes exclusivity to, like, consoles suck in a lot of ways. I think exclusivity to, like, consoles is not I'm kind of like in the Trick. That's what it's called. Okay. So, anyways, when it comes to, like, so when it comes to, like, exclusivity, I feel like it should have been like, okay, it releases on the console here, and then later on it'll release over here. Like, it'll release on PC like a month later or something. Like, you know, like, if you're like, not humble, like, if you're loyal to one thing, then, like, you get a reward for that. Like, you get to stay here, or it'll be a cheaper price at this, you know, point, or what, you know, it'll be a little bit more expensive. And when I mean a little bit more, I mean like $5 or $10 more or something like that. Maybe something reasonable. Like, the game would be, like, reasonably, like, $50 or something, right? And then it'll be $60 elsewhere because you bought it from another, you know, from another console. Or you could just make it the same price, or just make it $55, or just make it cheaper. I don't know. That's just my take on it. But the thing, the point being is that, I mean, it might be deceiving a little bit, but I mean, the company's got to make money somehow for, like, you know, rewarding. It's got to be a reward system, you know, like benefiting people. So I don't know, but needless to say, like, the point that I'm trying to make here is that the reason why the exclusivity sucks in a way, from my perspective, is because it just makes everybody else's lives that want to, like, you know, check these games out that are exclusive to certain, like, consoles, like, oh, like, okay, Star Fox, like, that looked like a cool game for a lot of people. A lot of people grew up with that game from 64 era, of course. Like, I mean, the remake being made like 5 times in a row now, which I'm not gonna keep dissing on it, because it's I mean, the fact that the console has the #1 selling game being a remake is, I'm sorry, it's just sad. It's just absolutely sad. Having a remake being the top seller for the console is sad. I'm gonna stand my ground on it. And it might not be currently, if you're watching this like years in the future or whatever, I don't care. I'm talking about now in June 26, 2026. That's the current day stage. It was Star Fox is the #1 seller for the Switch 2. Look it up. Go ahead. I will wait. I will wait for you to look it up while I try to beat this alligator looking like enemy. I think you're supposed to jump on his head like 10 times or something. Yeah. But that's the annoying thing with consoles. I mean, to some consoles and to some degree, like, yeah, the setup kind of is annoying, and it messes up with like how the setup looks like. So I mean, my only advice is setting up a scene for OBS so that you can display, like, have a display for where you can, I would say, for, like, if there was any advice I would give to Asmongold, is probably purchase a TV or some sort of, like, different monitor where you can just, like, you know, just connect your HDMI to the TV and then connect that to your Elgato. Or just connect it to, like, an extension to your Elgato, and then that way, you know, the display for whatever screen it is, you know, it'll just go directly towards that. That's that's literally what I have for my setup. Is my Elgato, my HD60 Elgato capture is right here, right? And so I have one connecting to my Switch, which is connected to my computer, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, although it's not connected to my computer. I would say it's more or less... Oh, I see now. It's connected to... How is it connected? Oh, wait, I thought I disconnected it for a second, like, oh no. No, that's not what I want to do. I'm just, like, looking at my connections right now. Oh, okay. I see how I connected it. I kind of see how I connect. Ah! Okay, where is it at? Okay, so this is complicated. So this, I have a, no, that's not right. Where? Okay, how did I connect? This is so complex. He's right. What the flip did I do? Bruh, I'm gonna need a... Can I call me from the past, like, how I did this? Like, can I call 19-year-old me right now? Because I don't know how I did this in the past, actually. I really don't know how. Yeah, there's a... where do you go? So, yeah, okay, I figured it out. So... it's a USB. Okay, so the USB elevator antics. Okay, this one's annoying. Actually, no, it's not that annoying. Actually, the elevator. Okay, I get why it's called elevator antics, but it should have introduced it like like early on in the stage, I would feel like it would have been more proper to do so. But whatever. I'm not gonna criticize the game too much right now. At least not right now. We'll wait till the very end for that one, I guess. I don't know. So anyways, yeah, I have a USB that connects to an HDMI, and then I think that's what it's called, right? Unless I'm wrong. No, it's not a U. Well, it's I can't describe the shape. It's the one. It's the shape. It's a rectangle shape. Whatever outlet. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it connects to that. I have it connected to the Elgato. The Elgato's the HDMI Elgato's connected to the Switch. Or at least like the USB and yeah, I have that connected to the Elgato. The Elgato HDMI's either one connects to the TV that I have. It would have been my second monitor, because I actually have a way to make it a second monitor, but I lost my remote, so that's gonna be a no-go now. I probably should invest in getting a new TV, maybe. I don't know. But I kind of like this TV, because this TV still works. Like, it doesn't track anything from me, so I'm sticking with it to the very end. Unless until the day it dies, I'm not buying the new TV. I think that's... Sorry. If it ain't broke, it don't fix, you know? But anyways, I did a little digging around in this area, so if there's a little bit of an edit that doesn't make sense, just know that I did some experimenting, because I did eventually find the letter N. I just didn't show that part because I did end up dying at an earlier area anyways, so the edits don't matter anyway, like I said. So I just continuously, you'll see how the edits kind of don't make sense, but it'll make sense, and it makes sense for editing purposes. Sorry, I'm trying to compute what I'm saying here. But anyways, if there's any way for... Yeah, so I died in that same area twice, basically. So we don't need to see that happen twice. So if for any reason, if he's watching this video and wants to contact me, I might either be in the chat or... I'm at the chat at some point, so he could probably pull me up or something if he ever wants to contact me. And I'll just tell him my Discord or something. And then go from there, or just have his mods contact me or something. I don't know, but I understood where he's coming from with the monitor situation, because that is quite annoying. So yeah, so you see me, I'm gonna die in the same area again. Yeah, see, and I die here again. So I actually died here, so it's like, okay, I guess you are gonna see me die here twice, so that's gonna be fun. Okay, well, you're only gonna see me die twice, and that's it. All right. Unless I don't die twice. Oh, I guess okay, whatever. Sure. All right. Anyways, where was I? Yeah. So ending that discussion, I felt the frustration and annoyance from there, and you know, I remember it was just like my first day on YouTube too, like when it was my first day on YouTube, like, or at least like my first day trying to be a YouTuber, connecting all this stuff to like display it on the screen. It was such a huge annoying process. The connecting part took an hour. Then it was the audio that was the problem. I was not done. That was just half the battle. The rest of it took like another like 30 minutes for me to figure it out. Then I was able to figure it out like quickly enough with everything else. Because as soon as I got a capture card for my 3DS, then I was able to figure out the audio for that. Figure out the... Actually, funny enough in a way, fun fact, for the playthrough on... What was it? Oh, it was for the playthrough on... It was another Super Mario playthrough, the new Super Mario Bros. DS playthrough, was it the Yoshi's Island playthrough? No, it was none of them. So all the playthroughs before LP number 10, I could not for the life of me figure out why there was audio delay on the 3DS until I played around with it on OBS, and sure enough, I figured it out. And I was like, ah, that's why. So that was fun, right? So yeah, you just, I mean it, but this was also on my own free time because I had free time to kill, basically, in a way. So I don't know, whatever. So I figured it out, so now there's no audio delay for the 3DS portions or anything like that. If I ever want to play a 3DS if I ever want to play a 3DS game or DS game for some reason, like, there's not going to be any delay. There's going to be some sort of weird delay here and there, but that stuff happens, right? And so, like, when I look at the stream, what happened, stuff happens. Things are just not going to work out well, Yeah, I plan ahead for these things, I would suggest, but at the same time, even if you do plan for anything, stuff happens, okay? Like, you gotta roll with the punches, Like, alright, we're gonna figure this out tomorrow or something like that. I don't know, that's how I would have wrapped it up. I'm not criticizing anything, by the way. I'm only really just merely suggesting. I'm just, like, kind of like, it's funny how in the timestamps how I hinted at the chat, I'm like, oh, frick. This is getting annoying. And I'm watching the chat too. I'm like, yo, guys, you need to knock it off. I like to see you try this. Put you on the spotlight. See how you do this. Because this is not, I mean, it's kind of funny to watch, but it's at the same time, it's like, I get the pain. I get the pain. So it's like, I'm not going to laugh too hard. But, the thing is, it's like, when you... So when you try to do anything for Nintendo, really, and then he even got to the point where he was able to play the game, and then he wanted. So I think it was what was it, the virtual key card. I was like, no way. The moment that screen popped up, I was like, there's no way this guy has it because he plays PC games, and I'm like. This is that's it, folks. That's all, folks. So that I don't know. It's been a good run. So you have to sit here and wonder, like, okay, well, I guess we're not playing the game then, right? No, he was able to play the game, so I was like, oh, okay, he was able to play the game. So I'm like, okay, well, there was some saving grace there. But the sheer fact that there had to be a virtual console or not virtual card, whatever key card is. Whatever that is, it's kind of... I'm sorry, it's just retarded, and it's just stupid. I don't know. It is just stupid, straight up. It's a stupid idea in the long run, because you might as well just buy the games online if you don't physically own the game. And, like, physical games are not going to be owned too well. I mean, in fact, physical games are pretty much impossible to own nowadays, in a way, because it's, like... It's not impossible, it's just becoming more and more rare. And actually, I guess this would be a good smooth transition to to basically the main topic of the day on how it's been a good run, folks, but looks like game's over. So we come from the news from Microsoft updated Xbox console prices as of June 25th, 2026. Fantastic! This couldn't possibly go wrong, could it? Well, let's read the article and see. Let me put my inputs on it as I swim through this poisonous river. Why is this a thing? Whatever. Anyways, it's getting kind of actually. I can't even swim in here. I'm coughing a lot here. Ugh. Yeah, you have fun here. You have fun here, Kongs. Anyways, where was I at? Oh, so effective of August 1st, 2026. So we will be updating prices worldwide. The price of Xbox consoles will increase by US dollars, $100 for the 512 GB miles. And $150 for the 1 terabyte models, And then we will also be sunsetting our 2 terabyte model. Last October, so this is already a great start, right? Right, guys? Yeah, heck yeah. You want to see the price comparisons? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm not gonna show it on screen or anything like that. That would be stupid of me to do. Last October, we increased Xbox console price by $20 to $70 in the US. We hoped another price increase would not be necessary, and we have spent the last several months working with suppliers on options. So, what happened? Unfortunately, console storage and memory prices have increased by more than 2.5 times, and we expect another doubling by the fall of 2027. Gosh dang it. So, what you're telling me is there's going to be not only one price increase this year, but there's going to be another one hiking up by the end of fall 2027. True, I wouldn't even be too surprised if there was another price increase that happens in the spring of next year, or even the fall of this year. Oh, this just gets... Oh, no, this is not it, by the way. The entire consumer electronics industry is struggling with a current components crisis, but the effects are partially hard on consoles. Unlike phones, computers, speakers, and other consumer devices, consoles are typically not sold at a profit, but instead for less than they cost to make. Well, I think that's it for consoles, guys. I think it's time to wrap it up and just get into PC gaming, basically. Like, and then make it somewhat more compatible to be able to use controllers, hopefully. But needless to say, like, I think these companies like Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, what was it? Capcom, everyone else, they, like, if their virtual goal is to get to a point where they want to allow people to play online, then why not just do what Sega did in a way, which Sony and Xbox are pretty much doing in a way, but think about it. And Nintendo is exclusive to the Switch 2 right now, as for the newest console right now, right? So how is this benefiting anybody at this point? Not exactly. I mean, you're getting screwed in a way where, like, if you have a PS5, you're screwed. If you have an Xbox S, you're screwed. If you have a Nintendo Switch, well, it's nice knowing you guys. Well, anyways, but if you have a Switch 2, well, yeah, how's that corner treating you? Oh, you like that corner? Okay, you can keep sitting in that corner. But anyways, not enough dissecting on that joke. Don't think about it too hard. But the thing is like every person who owns a console or wants to continuously buy games on the console, that's the newest, biggest thing out. You're constantly screwing yourself over by allowing yourself to buy video games that are a third of the price of what a console should be. And to tell you the truth about the consoles, yeah, if the consoles are sold for less of what they're worth, then are you making technically any profit? No, not exactly. You probably make more profit from the games itself, from the developers and the company, you know. So, you know, you're just basically throwing yourself into this poison pond in a way, technically, right? It's funny how the timing works on how I'm talking and commentating over this. And so, this doesn't end here, okay? I'm reading this almost this entire article, okay? Okay, no, I'm gonna read the entire article. It's actually a little bit longer, but it's not that bad. So, today we are also sharing programs to make Xbox consoles more accessible, as I flippin' predicted it, and as so as many others. I don't know where I was going with that. For many others, predicted this. A lot of people predicted this. Unless you work in a trades company or for some reason just got rich quick or have a lot of money disposed and have, like I said, if you have a lot of money, then yeah, I mean, if you have a console, you're fine. But if not, there's an option to buy now and pay later. Gee, I mean, it's not like I couldn't do that with a credit card anyway, right? Right, guys? Yeah? Come on. Just get a little credit card and then everything will be alright, right? I mean, that's not that bad, right? Right? Guys? Come back? Nah, it's alright. You know what? We've made it easier for players to buy now, pay later options on eligible Xbox hardware purchases through Microsoft stores, making it possible to break up your payment into predictable short-term interest-free installments. Which is kind of stupid in my opinion if you think about that. No interest, like, come on, there's gotta be some interest somewhere. I know there is. There's gotta be some sort of, like, you know, like, in between the line fine print that I'm not reading here. There's gotta be something here. It's just like we've come to a point where you will own nothing and be happy. Basically, you will own nothing and be happy. And it's funny how that's just gonna become more and more common by the day. And it's scary in a way, right? I mean, not to me too much. I mean, I have what I need. I have a Wii U, and it has a lot of games that I like on it, so I'm fine. I'm content with this. I don't need the biggest, newest thing out in the market right now. I'm really I am content with everything I have. I can just watch people play said games that are out there, and if I like it, then I'll consider it putting on a wish list, and then if I ever have the money, then I'll buy it later on, because I don't intend on buying any video games at the time right now. There's a lot of video games that I have right now that I can literally play right now, so it's just, it is what it is, right? So, that being said, interest-free financing. Where have I heard that one before? We are working with partners to let players purchase eligible Xbox hardware at 0% APR financing for up to 12 months, giving players more flexibility with lower monthly payments and more budgeting control. Gee, that's great. Really, that's swell. Well, alright, I'm gonna interrupt, sorry. Go ahead, Cranky's Cabin. I just gave my last barrel to that, orangutan buddy of yours. We used to have to survive, with a 2-frame walk. Sometimes our sprites used to change size for no apparent reason. And jungle hijinks stick to the treetops to earn extra lives. Find Candy and she can save your game for you. Now off you go. See if you can't finish this ridiculous quest without my help. Moron. I'm an idiot. Yep, don't make the playing players like these. Go bananas in the snake pit of the reptile rumbles. I reckon that Rambi the Rhino could break open just about any hidden entrance. I don't have anything else for you. Excuse me, right now for you. Maybe later. Now get out of here. But I need more advice, buddy. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. You didn't listen last time. You can find the fun in the ropey rampage between a rock and a hard place. Zingers sport spikes on their backs. You can't jump on them unless you're riding Winky. See you later, alligator. Alright, back to you. Appreciate it, present me. So, what was I talking about again? I was talking about something, right? So, oh, yeah, the interest-free financing, 12 months, right? Like, you know, just giving the players more flexibility. So So basically, this is just option 1, but oh, you get to do this for longer. I don't know where to be. Look, I don't even know where to begin with the Minecart This is Minecart Madness, by the way. I think that's what it was called. I missed the title, but I literally had my face palmed right for a second there. But yeah, after I resetted the game, and the reason why I did that was because I felt like I was gonna die a lot in this stage, making this a minecart stage. So I was just like, frick this, I'm gonna just do that. But it wasn't so bad, so I was actually able to do that the first try. I was like, okay, that's impressive. Like, really, I'm not kidding. Like, I really did just, okay. So I made it that far, which was impressive enough. So there's that. It was Minecart Madness. Nice. So, where was I going with this? Right. It's basically just option 1, but oh, you get to do this for longer. So it seems like it's just like we're at a point. I did not think I was gonna get that, to be honest. I was expecting myself to die there for some reason, but didn't expect to die there though, because the tire just decided, oh, let's eat my jump. Oh wait, you wanted to have that? No. That jump's too delicious. Give it to me. Yum, 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 yum. I'm eating that up. You're gonna die today. So that was this. Oh, and then this attempt. Oh, you're not gonna believe this. I grab the G to get a life to then lose a life the next second. Ain't that funny? And then I eventually get up there to this minigame that has no purpose unless I die the next 2 more times, because apparently when you reset the game, the animals that you get from the previous levels, yeah, that resets too. So before you reset the game or anything, or decide to like leave it, at least in the NSO, maybe just put a save state, like when you save the game, and then that way, you know, you don't lose all your lives like I did, because I had 25 lives and then somehow I have 5 lives at this point. Like before I started this world or area for some reason, I was like, where happened to my other 24 lives that I grabbed, you know, from that one area? But I guess it was just bait from the beginning, basically. So, back to the news that I'm going to pretty much spread at this point. So, previous played consoles. Yeah, let's just get there. Okay. Excuse me for a second. Sorry about that. Don't worry, I just had something in my throat. Don't worry, it's nothing too drastic right now. I decided to risk it because I was like, well, why not? The worst that could happen is I die again. So I don't know. Previously played consoles. We are working with retail partners on new programs to provide previously played consoles at lower prices. Players who are ready to upgrade or no longer use their console will be able to trade it in with participating retail partners for cash or store credit. Those consoles will then be made available at lower prices for players. So basically, the consoles that you had before, like the 360, I forgot what it was, the 1K or something else, I forgot what it was. Basically, the 360, the everything else, like those consoles, if you sell those for Blackout Basement, oh, have I got a story for this one. But anyways, let's just move forward with this. Here we go. So yeah, just sell your previous console, and then so that way it could be remanufactured to a higher price to just be put into a newer console, because why the heck not? Let's just do that. I mean, in a way, it kind of is saving money and resources, so it's not a bad option in a way. But still, though, it's just kind of like, what the heck? And this stage, I'm like, what the frick, bro? Like, this stage was kind of scary. It was like, yo, what am I doing here? Like, this is scary in a way. I am not getting that. Sorry, no, I'm not getting that. I'm good, buddy. So yeah, anyways, what's the fourth option? Certified refurbished console? What? I have nothing to say about the third point because it's actually not too bad of a deal. I don't know. I've seen people done this from time to time. It's not a bad option. So anyway, sorry. Fourth option. Xbox certified refurbished consoles are available at Microsoft stores for up to $100 off. So let me get this straight. So the console was like what, like $700, $800? So I could get it for that same price if I was to buy it refurbished. Certified refurbished console, like if that's what I'm getting at here. Can someone help me understand this? I genuinely want to know how this isn't like stupid in any way. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I to be Xbox Series S remains in the lowest cost way for console players to enjoy the biggest hits at the year. We don't need to know what they are because, to be fair, right now it's I got more news for you. It's been a good run, but I'm kind of done. I'm kind of done with this. So I eventually get here. That's nice, right? But then we reach that's great. Well, it's been a good run, guys. You don't need to know how I died here, okay? I died at the same spot, and that's what happened, okay? Let's just roll the tape and get on with the game and just move forward here, okay? At the blackout basement. So we're gonna finish this stage hopefully at this point. But yeah, that's my game over. Excuse me. So yeah, it's been a good run, guys. Really, it's been a good run. The reason why I say that is because it's one of those things where I don't know how I got hit there, but whatever, man. So, yeah, the reason why I say it's been a good run is because, like, dude, like, after I heard about what GTA 6 is going to be about and everything else, I mean, to be honest with you, like, never really grew up with the games or anything like that, or really cared for the franchise, but to be honest with you guys, when I saw what I saw yesterday, and then like with how, like, who the developers are and who's making the game, who's releasing the game, and then to put it lightly, it's only going to be digitally sold for now until, get this, in Christmas it's going to be, so apparently it's going to be released sometime this summer, I don't know, but then during the holidays it'll be sold again for, like, this is basically me going between these two barrels, going back and forth on the diagonal. It's basically circle jerking in a way. So, what was I entailing? Oh yeah, you get to buy the game again if you bought it already virtually, because you know there's people who are going to buy it. But get this, the digital release is $100. The physical release is $200. Now, if you want to play it on PC, you get to buy it again for another $100. So ain't that just great? Just great. Games are $100 now. What a console should be at this point in time. It's just, yeah, I don't know anymore, guys. I really don't know how to really spell it out for you guys, but it's not looking good for gamers, guys. It's been a really good run for console gamers, really. For console gamers specifically, it's been a good run. But I would just straight up switch to PC at this point because I'm not going to explain why. I said it earlier. I'm not going to keep repeating myself and circle jerking, but it's at this point you have to like kind of like, I don't know. When I talk about these things, I don't talk about it to like spread propaganda around or try to like make anything malicious or make anything like stupid to come about or boss dumb drum. So this boss, you're not gonna guess how many times it took me to do this boss. Watch this. Yeah, this is a boss. Done. Boom. Boom. Avoid. Evade. Yeah, that's this boss for today. So I'm probably gonna let you guys go in a second because I really have not much to talk about it. But when I spread these news around and everything, I just want whoever's watching these videos, I want you guys to really critically think, how is this affecting you as a gamer, affecting you as a consumer, you as a person that's purchasing these items, that are purchasing other things in a way every day. I mean, I know there's probably challenges here and there around where Chip Caverns, nice. So that's where we're gonna go next. And then I don't know what area is gonna be after that, but we'll see. But yeah, we're gonna call it here, I guess, right? So to finish this off, it's kind of like yeah, I don't know. We're sitting here. I'm sitting here like I want to know what is the fight gonna be about now if we're going to like try to get things working and get things to like actually like just function the right way. That's all. Like that's my leaving thought for this video. Considering how things are working more in the favor for millionaires and billionaires, which in a way, hot take, I feel like the gaming industry as a whole is coming to an end. And as cruel as that sounds, I don't know if I even want to explain why, because it'll probably only take me like a few minutes to explain why, and I could be wrong, but I also don't want to keep you guys here too much longer anyway. So I don't know. That's my hot take. That's gonna be a very funny thought to leave you guys with. Maybe you guys can figure out why you think the gaming industry could be dying. Maybe here's a hint. Look up when the companies were originally made and when they actually started, and then when the first video games actually came out, etc., etc. Go from there. I mean, I kind of teased this about Nintendo in a way, how they're pretty much close to retirement age, since they're pursuing in other things. Well, who's to say that other companies aren't doing the same thing as well? Now, there's fresh new ideas here and there, right? But let's be honest, they're only going to last us the memory for another, month or two before we forget about it? I don't know if that's something you want to talk about. Or not talk about. That's not something you want to... I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything, guys. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm kind of just done at this point, talking, rambling. So we'll see you in the next area, and the next area, and with that being said and all, don't forget to shine bright and stay bright.